These days, life feels like a never-ending race. We wake up rushing, spend the day chasing deadlines, and go to bed thinking about the next task on our list. Everyone's running after money, success, comfort, or recognition. But let me ask you something. When was the last time you stopped and really thought about your health? When was the last time you asked yourself, what exactly am I putting into my body every single day? For many of us, the answer is never. We're so busy making a living that we forget to make a life. And the truth is, without good health, nothing else matters. Some of the foods we eat every day, believing they're healthy, could actually be harming us slowly, without us even realizing it. And one of those foods is something many of us eat every morning for breakfast, add into salads, or enjoy in fast food: eggs. Now, don't get me wrong, eggs themselves are not the enemy. In fact, when they're natural, they are one of nature's most complete foods, loaded with protein, vitamins, and essential minerals. The problem is, not all eggs are created equal. There's a huge difference between the eggs we used to eat decades ago, and the eggs most of us buy today from the supermarket. Let's go back a little. Think about our grandparents, or even great-grandparents. They lived longer, healthier lives. Many of them stayed physically strong well into their 80s or 90s. They worked on farms, walked miles every day, and rarely complained of constant back pain, joint pain, or extreme fatigue. But today, look around, it's common to see people in their 40s, 50s, and 60s struggling with blood pressure, diabetes, heart problems, weak bones, and low energy. Why is that? Of course, lifestyle plays a role. We move less and stress more. But one major reason is our food. We've shifted from natural, homegrown foods to artificial, processed, and chemically produced ones. And eggs are no exception. There are mainly two types of eggs people eat today. First, broiler eggs, the large, shiny, identical eggs you see stacked in cartons at the store. Second, Desi or organic eggs, smaller, naturally produced eggs from hens that live and eat the way nature intended. Now here's something most people don't know. A natural Desi hen lays only about 4 or 5 eggs a week, roughly 16 to 20 eggs a month. That's because nature gives her time to rest, regain her nutrients, and stay healthy. But a broiler hen? She lays almost 1 egg every single day, 30 eggs a month, and often these eggs are much bigger in size. At first, you might think, well, that's great. More eggs for less money. But the real question is, how is that even possible? The answer is in what the broiler hens are fed. They don't live on natural grains, seeds, or greens. Instead, they're given special factory-made feed that's loaded with artificial calcium, synthetic minerals, growth boosters, and sometimes even antibiotics. These ingredients force the hen's body to produce eggs faster, and in larger sizes, than nature ever intended. Asterisk. And here's the part we don't think about: whatever goes into the hen eventually ends up in the egg. And whatever's in the egg ends up in our bodies. For years, we've been eating these eggs without questioning where they came from, or how they were produced. Slowly, those artificial elements enter our system, affecting our bones, our joints, our muscles, and even our organs. You might have heard the saying, "You are what you eat." It's true. If we eat food that's natural, fresh, and wholesome, our bodies have the chance to be strong, active, and disease-resistant. But if we feed ourselves with food that's been artificially enhanced, or chemically altered, the quality of our health will eventually match the quality of that food. It's like trying to build a house with weak bricks. no matter how beautiful it looks on the outside. Sooner or later, the structure will give in. Let's compare life now with life just 80 to 100 years ago. Back then, people ate more fresh, homegrown food. They cooked meals from scratch. Hens roamed freely, ate naturally, and laid eggs in their own time. The result? People were physically stronger, more active, and had fewer chronic illnesses. Today, the story is very different. Fast food and processed snacks are everywhere. We eat on the go, often without thinking about what's in our food. Farming has shifted to industrial production, where the goal is quantity, not quality. And that's why, if you're over 40, this matters even more. At this stage of life, your bones need more care, your muscles need better quality protein, and your energy levels are directly tied to the quality of your nutrition. Eating the wrong kind of egg every single day can silently affect your health over time. Sure, broiler eggs might be cheaper and easier to find. But in reality, you might be paying the price in other ways, through doctor visits, medication, and reduced quality of life. In this series, we're going to break it down clearly. In the next part, I'll go deeper into the hidden harms of broiler eggs, the side effects they can have if you've been eating them for years, and how these effects show up in ways you might not even connect to eggs. Because when it comes to our health, knowledge really is power. And if you know better, you can choose better. Asterisk. In the first part of this series, we talked about the difference between natural Desi eggs and broiler eggs, and how the way a hen lives and eats directly affects the quality of the egg it produces. Now, let's go deeper. Let's talk about what really happens to our health when we eat broiler eggs. For years without thinking twice. First, I want you to picture this, a broiler hen in a large commercial farm. She's kept in a small cage, or crowded pen, with little to no sunlight, no freedom to move, and no access to natural food. Instead, she's fed a powdered mixture made in factories. This feed is designed for one purpose only, to make her lay more eggs, faster, and in bigger sizes. The feed contains high levels of artificial calcium, so the shells are strong and large. Synthetic minerals, to push her body into overdrive. And chemical growth boosters, that alter her natural biology. In many cases, antibiotics are also added, not for her health, but to prevent disease in the crowded, stressful living conditions. Now here's the part people forget, these substances don't just disappear. They enter the egg. And when you eat that egg, they enter you. Effect number 1, calcium overload and bone health. You might think, calcium is good for bones, right? Yes, when it's natural. But artificial calcium, in large unbalanced doses, can be harmful. Your body doesn't process it the same way it does natural calcium from organic sources. Over time, it can contribute to problems like calcium deposits in joints, stiffness, and even kidney stones. Instead of strengthening your bones, it might make your joints feel older than they are. Asterisk. Many people over 40 already struggle with knee pain, back pain, or hip stiffness. And while there can be many reasons, the quality of the food you eat plays a huge role. Effect number 2, chemical residue in the body. Those synthetic minerals and growth boosters in broiler hen feed? They're designed for fast production, not human health. Some of these chemicals can accumulate in your body over time. This buildup might not make you sick immediately, but it can weaken your immune system, slow down your metabolism, and leave you feeling tired more often. You might notice that, despite eating protein-rich foods like eggs, your muscle strength isn't improving. And sometimes, you even feel more fatigued. That's because the quality of the Protein matters just as much as the quantity. Effect number 3, hormonal disruption. Here's a fact most people don't realize: the feed given to broiler hens can sometimes contain hormone-like substances to push egg production. And while they may not be labeled as hormones, they can mimic hormonal activity in the body. Over time, this can throw off your natural balance, affecting everything from weight control to mood, energy levels, and even sleep. For women over 40, this can worsen menopause symptoms. For men, it can affect stamina and energy. Effect number 4, reduced nutritional value. One of the biggest issues with broiler eggs is that, while they're big in size, they're not necessarily big in nutrition. The protein in them might not be as high quality as in a Desi egg. And the levels of important vitamins like vitamin D, B12, and omega-3 are often much lower. This means, you might be eating eggs every day, but still lacking in the nutrients your body truly needs to keep your heart, brain, and muscles healthy. Why this matters more after 40. When you're younger, your body is more forgiving. It can handle some nutritional gaps, repair damage faster, and recover from fatigue more easily. But after 40, the body becomes less tolerant of poor quality fuel. You notice joint pain faster. You gain weight more easily. Your energy levels drop quicker. And here's the scary part: most people don't connect these problems to the quality of the food they're eating. They think it's just aging. But the truth is, aging well is possible if you give your body the right fuel. A simple analogy. Think about a car. If you have a high-quality engine, you can't just fill it with the cheapest, dirtiest fuel and expect it to run smoothly for years. At first, you might not notice any difference. But slowly, the engine starts to lose efficiency. It becomes noisy. It struggles to start. Eventually, it breaks down sooner than it should. Our bodies work the same way. Broiler eggs might be cheap fuel. But if they're not pure, they can shorten your body's mileage. The false economy of cheap food. A lot of people choose broiler eggs because they're cheaper. And yes, on the surface, they save you a few dollars. But think about the long-term cost: doctor visits, medications, and the pain of not being able to do the things you love, because your body is weak. Health is the one place where cheap can become very expensive. Signs your body might not be responding well. If you eat broiler eggs regularly and notice any of these, it might be worth thinking about switching. Constant fatigue, even with enough sleep. Joint pain or stiffness, that keeps getting worse. Asterisk. Poor digestion, or bloating after meals. Feeling less energetic than you used to. Weak muscle strength, despite eating protein-rich foods. Of course, these symptoms can have many causes. But food quality is a major factor people often overlook. The shift towards better choices. Here's the good news: you have the power to change this. Even if you've been eating broiler eggs for decades, your body can start to repair itself when you switch to better quality food. By choosing Desi or organic eggs, you're giving your body real nutrition, without the hidden chemicals. It's not just about avoiding harm, it's about actively feeding your body what it needs to thrive. In the last two parts, we talked about the difference between broiler eggs and Desi eggs. And we uncovered the hidden harms that can come from eating broiler eggs regularly. Now, let's flip the story and talk about the positive side, the benefits of Desi, organic eggs. First, what exactly is a Desi egg? A Desi egg comes from a hen that lives more naturally. She roams freely, eats natural grains, greens, and insects, gets sunlight, and lays eggs at her own pace, usually 4 to 5 a week. There's no rush. No chemicals. No artificial feed. This slower, natural process means the egg she produces is pure, balanced, and nutrient-rich, the way nature intended. Benefit number 1, high-quality protein for stronger muscles. Desi eggs are an excellent source of complete protein, meaning they contain all the essential amino acids your body needs. This protein is high quality and easy to absorb, which is especially important after 40. Why? Because as we age, we naturally lose muscle mass, a condition called sarcopenia. Weak muscles can lead to slower movement, poor balance, and more risk of falls. Eating Desi eggs regularly gives your body the building blocks to maintain muscle strength and stay active longer. Benefit number 2, better for joint health. The nutrients in Desi eggs, including vitamin D, natural calcium, and certain anti-inflammatory compounds, can help keep your joints healthy. People who include them in their diet often notice less stiffness and more flexibility. Think about it. If your body is getting clean, natural calcium from food, it can strengthen your bones without the risks that come from artificial sources. Benefit number 3, boosts brain function. Desi eggs are rich in choline, a nutrient that plays a big role in memory and brain health. 4. People over 40, this is a big deal. Choline supports communication between brain cells and helps prevent mental decline. It also supports mood and focus, which can be affected by poor diet or aging. Benefit number 4, more vitamins and minerals. Compared to broiler eggs, Desi eggs often have higher amounts of vitamin D, for bone health and immunity. Vitamin B12, for energy and nerve function. Omega-3 fatty acids, for heart and brain health. These aren't just numbers on a nutrition chart. They're the exact nutrients your body needs to fight fatigue, protect your heart, and keep your mind sharp. Asterisk. Benefit number 5, natural energy without the crash. Ever eat something and feel energetic for an hour, then tired again? That's what happens with processed or poor quality food. Desi eggs, on the other hand, give you steady energy. The protein slows digestion, keeping your blood sugar stable, so you feel alert and active longer. Benefit number 6, better overall immunity. Your immune system depends heavily on the nutrients you consume. Vitamins, minerals, and high-quality protein from Desi eggs can help your body fight off infections more effectively. Something especially important as we age. Why the extra cost is worth it. Yes, Desi eggs often cost more than broiler eggs. But let's be honest, what's the price of good health? If paying a few extra dollars means you have stronger bones, better energy, and a healthier heart, isn't that worth it? Even if you can't eat them every day, start with 3 or 4 Desi eggs a week. You'll still get the benefits, without stretching your budget too far. Small lifestyle changes, big results. Desi eggs are powerful, but they work even better when you combine them with other healthy habits. Go to bed on time, and wake up early to walk for at least 20 to 30 minutes daily to include fresh fruits and vegetables in your meals to avoid fried fast foods as much as possible. These habits, along with eating natural eggs, create a foundation for long-term health. Asterisk, over the last 3 parts, we've walked through a journey together. We began by looking at what's really inside the eggs most of us eat every day. We saw the hidden downsides of broiler eggs, how they're produced, what they're fed, and the subtle ways that can affect our bodies over time. We compared that to Desi eggs, and discovered their richer nutrition, natural environment, and the way they can truly support our health. And we talked about how these differences matter even more as we get older. Now, it's time to bring it all together, because at the end of the day, this isn't just a conversation about eggs. This is about your health, your energy, and your quality of life in the years ahead. You know, it's funny how we live in a world where people will spend thousands on the newest phone, the shiniest car, or the next vacation. But when it comes to the food that actually builds our bodies, we hesitate over just a few extra dollars. The truth is, you can replace a phone. You can get another car. You can go on another trip. But you can't buy a brand new body. Once your health is gone, it's a lot harder to get it back. That's why paying a little more for better quality food, like fresh, naturally raised Desi eggs, isn't an expense. It's an investment. It's a way of telling your body, I care about you. I want you to last. And here's something I really want you to take in, it's never too late to make a change. I hear people say, well, I've been eating broiler eggs my whole life, so what difference would it make now? The answer is, a huge difference. Your body is an amazing machine. Even if it's been running on low-quality fuel for years, the moment you start giving it better fuel, it begins to repair and strengthen itself. Every healthier choice you make is like adding a deposit into your future health savings account. The earlier you start, the more you'll have when you need it most. Now, switching to Desi eggs doesn't mean you have to eat them every single day. Even 3 or 4 times a week can give you a boost. And if you combine that with just a few other small habits, getting a good night's sleep, taking a short walk each day, eating fresh fruits instead of processed snacks, avoiding deep-fried fast food, you'll be amazed at how your energy and mood can improve over time. These aren't big sacrifices. They're simple shifts that can keep you feeling strong, active, and sharp well into your later years. So, I want you to take a moment and imagine yourself 10 years from now. In one picture, you wake up feeling light and energetic. No stiff joints. No brain fog. You can go for a walk, play with your grandkids, travel, or work on your hobbies with ease. In the other picture, you wake up tired, achy, relying on pills just to get through the day, and unable to enjoy the things you once loved. Which picture do you want for your future? The truth is, a lot of that choice is made by what you decide to do today. The food you eat, the way you move, the way you rest, these are the building blocks of your future health. And the great news is, you don't have to change everything at once. Just start with one step. Start with something simple, like replacing those broiler eggs with Desi eggs a few times a week. Go to a local farmer's market or a trusted store, pick up a dozen, and try them. Boil them, poach them, or scramble them lightly in a little healthy oil. Add some fresh vegetables or whole grain toast, and you've got yourself a meal that truly fuels your body. The sooner you start, the sooner your body starts saying, thank you. You might notice more steady energy. You might find you're less stiff in the morning. You might even feel lighter in your mood. Over months and years, these benefits stack up, and they can mean the difference between just getting by and truly living. And remember, taking care of your health isn't selfish. It's one of the most generous things you can do for the people you love. Your spouse, your children, your friends, they want you around. They want you healthy, active, and happy. When you choose better food, you're not just doing it for yourself, you're giving them the gift of more good years with you. So, let's make a decision today. Let's decide that from now on, we'll feed our bodies with food that helps, not harms. That will stop cutting corners on the one thing we truly can't replace: our health. Because money can buy many things, but it can't buy your health back once it's gone. Choose wisely. Eat naturally. Live fully. You deserve it. Your family deserves it. And years from now, your future self will look back and say, "Thank you for making that choice." If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give it a like, and share it with your friends and family. And if you enjoyed it, drop your thoughts in the comments below, tell us what you think, and let us know which topic you'd like us to talk about next.